Hello, and welcome here, or welcome back. Well, today I went to leave the house, and then for a mic check I had to ask my wife a question, and then my wife said,
"Why are you going places without me?"
So that's exactly what I did. I did, in fact, go someplace without her. I know, that's a real change of pace from what this channel usually is. But once in a while, just once in a while, guys, I have to leave my wife at home and go ride a motorcycle by myself. Hard to believe, I know. It's just the way it is, living the rock and roll lifestyle of a motorcycle YouTuber.
Well, you know, in the rock and roll lifestyle of a motorcycle YouTuber.
And if you have seen one of my videos before, then you'll notice that this one's different because this is the first one to feature the Insta360 camera. I don't know who told me this, I don't know what my source was, but I was always under the impression that it was really difficult to work with these and that it was a pain in the butt to edit the footage. And I can confirm, having now used this a total of once, that it is in fact a little bit of a pain in the butt to edit the footage. Not much. Having been my first try, it took a lot longer than I expected it to, but I'm pretty happy with the result. So I'll probably make a video about the Insta360 sometime, but for now, let's just enjoy seeing it for the first time. Today I'm going down to Enrage. Enrage? It depends who you ask. I've asked a few people, and I always get a different answer. To me, it's Enrage. I am an Anglophone, and Cape and Enrage are both English words. Unless you're French, then they're French words. But I'm English, so there, it's Enrage. Just deal with it. And then after that, I'm going down to Alma. And I had also intended to go to a covered bridge in the national park, but the road to it was closed. So we get what we get. But this spot here is Pebble Beach, which is a wonderful little beach. It's just before the Cape Enrage Lighthouse. Huge beach. This is here at low tide. Here at this particular part of the Fundy coastline, we're getting tides 45 feet, depending on when we are in the lunar cycle. But you can count on 40 feet, no problem at all. So this is actually a very low tide right now, although not quite completely low tide. And then coming up here, here's one of the things I like about the Insta360. This is my favorite thing so far about the Insta360 camera, is that I can have a car coming up and then, oh, look at this, look at this. Look at that. That's a pretty spiffy looking shot. And speaking of spiffy shots, look at this shot right here. Normally I gotta stand around like a sucker holding my camera and then like panning it side to side like it's 1900 or something, but now I can just make my Insta360 camera do it for me. So that's pretty nice. But here we are. This is the Cape Enrage Lighthouse, and I really couldn't get the camera to capture this, but oh boy, was it ever windy. There was actually kind of a major windstorm going on this day, and I arrogantly went out and rode my motorcycle and had an awesome time doing it. But wow, was it windy today. On my way down towards Alma, the wind was predominantly blowing from my right hand side, so on the way down my right ear started to hurt a lot because of all the wind noise, and then very conveniently on the way back up, the wind hadn't changed direction, so on the way back up my left ear got abused instead. So we're keeping it even. I'm not going deaf on one side. And then this beach here, there's no Google listing for it. It just says lookout point. And then the images on the listing are actually pretty lame. So I was just gonna blast right past this, and then I got up on this little hilltop and gee, it is a nice little lookout point. So Google didn't lie to me this time, so well done there. But then I kept on making my way down towards Alma. Now Alma, if you live in this area, you gotta go visit it. In the summertime, you can have your lobster fresh off the boat, or your crab fresh off the boat. I went to a seafood restaurant here in town, and I had to wait for them to bring me my mussels because they were still unloading the boat. That's awesome, and you know the prices are super reasonable down here. Check out Alma; it's a heck of a place. And it's pretty nice being here when it's not quite the lobster season, because you know there aren't people all over the place. So nice and calm. The boats are out, so I get to see the boats. Just have a nice little time, a little wander around. Oh, you know, my mom's gonna be watching this. Mom, just look away for a second here. There's a couple real dirty passes going on here. Man, there was 4 more cars in front of these two, and I didn't even video passing those 4 cars. It was dirty. A lot of fun. Couldn't possibly pass them all in a car. Those were motorcycle only passes. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, that's the whole video. Thanks for checking it out. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it, because I really enjoyed making it. So come back again sometime. Check out some more of them. Follow me on Instagram @Ultrarian.